everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's project is going to be this Christmas stocking. So if you are interested in seeing this tutorial, just grab your supplies and let's get started. For this project, I'm using classic red and white colors. I am using Red Heart Super Saver in red and Bernat Premium in white, and these are both 4-ply medium weight yarn. I will also be using my 5mm crochet hook. Okay, so let's begin. Alright, to begin, I'm going to start with white, and I am going to make a chain of 4 stitches. You can do the magic ring if that works for you. For me, I still can't master it, so starting with a chain 4, and I'll slip stitch in the beginning chain to join. Now I will chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and into the circle I will put 8 half double crochets. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I will slip stitch into the space between the chain 2 and that first half double crochet to join. Now for round 2, chain 1, and into each stitch I'm going to put 2 half double crochet for a total of 16 stitches in this row. So it's 1, 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 2 in the second, and 2 in every stitch after. 16 stitches in this round. Alright, so complete row 2, and I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, at the end of row 2, you will slip stitch into the space between the chain and that first half double crochet. To end this round. Alright, so again, chain 1, and then 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, then 2 in the second stitch. Okay, then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, then 2 half double crochets in the next, and that will be the repeat for this round. So it's 1 half double crochet in one stitch, then 2 half double crochets in the next. Okay, so keep repeating that until you get back to the starting point, and we will move on. Okay, now for row 4, chain 1, you're going to put 1 half double crochet in the first one, 1 half double crochet in the second, then 2 half double crochets in the third, and that will be the repeat for this row. So it's 1 half double crochet in the first, 1 half double crochet in the second, and 2 half double crochets into the third, because we are increasing with each row. So 1 and another 1, then 2 in the third. Okay, so go ahead and repeat that for this row, and then I will meet you at the beginning of the next row. For row 5, chain 1, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, then 2 half double crochets into the fourth, and that's the repeat for this row. So 1 half double crochet in each of the next 3, and then in the fourth, 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so go ahead and complete this round, and I will meet you at the start of the next round. All right, for row 6 we are not increasing further. We're just going to chain 1, and we're going to put 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So no increases in row 6. And this will be the last row of our toe section of our stocking. Okay, so go ahead and complete row 6, 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and I will meet you at the end of row 6. All right, so at the end of row 6, I am going to pick up my second color because I am done with the toe, and I'm going to be switching to my red. So I'll just make a loop like so, and then before joining over here, I will actually insert my hook like so, pick up my red and use my red to pull through to slip stitch. I'll just tighten my white and cut off a decent tail so I can weave it in after. Okay, so now moving forward, I will be working with the red. So the next row is double crochet. So I will chain 2 and put 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. All right, so just like that, 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way around. We are not increasing. We'll be working on the foot section of our stocking up to the heel. Okay, so just keep going for row 7, which is 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So I will meet you at the end of this round, and then we'll move on. All right, so at the end of row 7, I will slip stitch between that chain 2 and that first double crochet. Okay, so now for row 8, chain 2, and it's going to be a front post double crochet. So front post double crochet, you insert your hook under your stitch like so, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn and pull through, and complete a double crochet. So it will be a front post double crochet, then a regular double crochet, front post double crochet, then a regular double crochet into the next stitch, then a front post double crochet around the next stitch, then regular double crochet in the next stitch, and that will be the repeat for this round. So front post double crochet in the next, then 1 regular double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, so keep repeating that all the way around, and I will meet you back at the starting point. All right, now for row 9, I'm going to chain 2, and remember for round 8 we started with a front post double crochet. For row 9 we're going to start with just a regular double crochet, and then where we had our regular double crochet we're going to do a front post double crochet. So we are doing the opposite of what we did in row 8 for row 9. So row 8 we had front post double crochet, regular double crochet, front post double crochet, regular. For row 9 we're going to have regular, then front post, regular, then front post. So just like so. So wherever there was a front post we put a regular, wherever there was a regular double crochet we put a front post. So this one was a regular double crochet. We're going to make that a front post, and this one was a front post. We're just going to make it a regular double crochet. Okay, and that will be it for row 9. So basically just doing the opposite of what was done in the previous round. Okay, so row 8 and 9 is going to be the repeat rows for the next 8 rows. So finish row 9 and then 8 more rows alternating between row 8 and 9. So when you complete row 9, for row 10, we started with a regular double crochet. So for row 10, you know you start with a front post double crochet instead of a regular. So we're doing the opposite. Okay, and again, you will repeat that for 8 more rows for a total of 17 rows altogether. Okay, so I will keep going with my color 2. I won't change color. And then I will meet you at the end of my row number 17, and then we'll move on. All right, so there. I have finished row up to row 17, and this is what I have so far. Okay, I'm going to leave this thread attached, and I'm going to grab my second color. Okay, so for my heel, I'm just going to fold this into 2 like so. I have 40 stitches in this row. So if I fold this in 2, if I go 10 on this side and 10 on this side, that's 20. So which should put me about the center. So from where I joined, I'm going to skip 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to join with color 1 into the 11th stitch. So just like so. And I'm just going to chain 1. All right, so into that same space, I'm going to put 1 single crochet. I'm trying to work over my tail. And then 1 single crochet in each of the next 20 stitches. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that should leave me about 10 stitches on this side. Alright, so now for the next row, I will be decreasing. So chain 1, turn. This first stitch, I'm going to be single crocheting 2 stitches together. So at the end of this round, I should have a total of 18 stitches. So for the first one, I go into the stitch, pull up a loop like so, then go into the second one, pull up another loop, and single crochet those 2 stitches together. Now I will single crochet in each stitch all the way across, so that would count as 1 stitch. Then that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and for the last 2 stitches I'm going to make those 1 stitch. So I'll single crochet the last 2 stitches together to make 18. Okay, and for row 3 we're gonna go down to 16. So again, stitch number 1 and 2 will become 1 stitch, and the last 2 stitches will also become 1. So in this row we're gonna have 16 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 and 17 will be done together to make 1. So that's 16 stitches. For row 4 we are going to do the same. Single crochet the first 2 stitches together to make 1 single crochet, then 1 single crochet in each stitch across, and then for the last 2 stitches we will single crochet those together, and that will give us a stitch count of 14 stitches in the next round. So you're going to keep decreasing in each row in the first and last stitch until you get down to a stitch count of 6 stitches. So that will be about row 8. So keep going, decreasing in each row, first and last stitches, and then I will meet you at row 8 where my stitch count across will be 6 stitches. So keep going and I will meet you at that point and we will move on. Alright, so I have gotten to row 8 and I have 6 stitches in this row. Alright, so that's 1/2 of our heel. So for the next half of the heel we are going to increase our way back up to 20 stitches. So you're going to chain 1, and for row 9 in that first stitch you're going to put 2 single crochet, 1, 2. Now 1 in each of the next stitches. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in the very last stitch we're putting 2 stitches for a stitch count of 8. So we're increasing in each row by 2. So this is row 9, so that's 8 stitches. Row 10 is going to have 10 stitches. So again, 2 single crochets in that first stitch, then 1 in each of the next. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 in the last stitch, 9 and 10, for a total of 10. And then the next row, 2 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 and 2, then 1 in each of the next stitches. So that's 4 so far, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then in the last one 2 stitches for a total of 12 stitches in this row. That's 1 and 2. Alright, so you're going to keep increasing by 2 in each row. Increase in the first stitch and increase in the last stitch until we have a stitch count of 20 stitches. and then at that point I will come back and we'll move on from there. So all right, keep going. So at the end of row 15, with my stitch count of 20, this is what I have, and that is our heel. Okay, so at this point I am going to chain one and pull up a long enough tail to sew up the sides of the heel. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut that off and pull that out. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my yarn needle and for this I'm going to fold it over on itself like so, in this direction, and I'm going to sew along this side. So I'm just lining it up. You'll just flip the heel over like so. Okay, so now we go back to our color B, or second color, and we're going to continue as before. So this is now going to be row 18. So chain 2. In the previous row I ended with a regular double crochet, so in this row it's going to be a front post double crochet. Okay, and then one regular double crochet, then a front post, then a regular double crochet, then a front post, one regular, one front post, one regular double crochet, one front post double crochet. Okay, so coming up to the heel, so right into the base right here where we put our single crochets in white, we're going to wrap the yarn, go into that space like so, then wrap the yarn again and go into that first single crochet, pull through, pull up, pull through 3 loops, then complete that as one double crochet. It's just that so we don't get a big gap right here. We still have a little bit of a gap, but it's not like there's not a big hole. Okay, now we're just going to keep working across, putting one double crochet in each of those single crochet. So we are joining the body of the socks to the heel. So just one double crochet in each stitch all the way across, and then I'll meet you when we get over to this part of the heel, and then we'll continue. So keep going, just one double crochet in each of the single crochets across. So we're not doing any front post stitches, just one double crochet in each stitch. Okay, so coming up to the last stitch of my heel, so at this point I'm going to do the same thing I did on this side. So I enter that first single crochet as if I'm going to complete a double crochet, pull through and pull up like so, wrap the yarn again, and into the base right here I enter the stitch, hook the yarn, pull through 3 loops, then hook the yarn and pull through the last 2 loops. And now we're back down to the body, so we're going to pick up the pattern as before. So this stitch is a regular double crochet, so we're going to make that a front post double crochet. Then the next one is a front post, so we make it a regular double crochet, then a front post, then a regular, then a front post, then a regular, All right, so keep working until we get back to the starting point up here, and then we'll move on. All right, so I have finished row 18, and then for row 19 and moving forward, we are going to go back to doing this pattern. Okay, so started with a front post double crochet, so now we're gonna start the next row with a regular double crochet, then a front post, then a regular double crochet, then a front post, regular, then a front post, then a regular double crochet, then a front post double crochet in the next. Oops. Okay, so this is row 19. So when you reach the heel, so it will be, well, I'm almost there, so might as well just go. Okay, so that was a, whoops. So front post, then regular, and then front post, then regular. Okay, and then for the heel, after regular, it will be a front post. So you're just following the pattern as normal. So front post, then regular, then a front post. My thread keeps snagging, but okay, front post, then regular double crochet, then front post double crochet. All right, so we are up to row 19. So from here on, you'll just keep building the leg part of your stocking, doing the front post, regular double crochet, alternating each row, and you'll keep going, and then we'll go from there. So just keep following the pattern as we were doing down here. So with a front post double crochet, regular double crochet. All right, so keep going until you have the desired height of your stocking, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to make the cuff. So I have completed my stocking, and this is what I have so far. So at this point, I have chained one. I'm just gonna cut off my tail, and then I'll show you how to do the cuff. So, all right, so now with my white thread, I'm going to make the cuff. I'm going to make the cuff off of the stocking and then attach it after. So I'll put that away for now. I'm going to make a chain of 15 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and I will start with one single crochet in the second stitch from the hook, and then one single crochet in each stitch all the way down. And this will be, this is the width of my cuff. So this is my stocking. The cuff is going to go like this. So this is going to be how far down it's going to be. So it depends on how wide you want your cuff or how narrow, then that will determine how much chains you make to begin with. Okay, so just one single crochet in each stitch all the way back to the starting point, and then I'll show you row number 2 and tell you what exactly we're doing. Okay, so I have done my one row of single crochet in each chain space all the way back to the end, and then I'll just chain one and turn, and then each row is going to be one row of single crochet, back loop only, back and forth to give it that ribbed effect. So single crochet in just the back loop only of each stitch, and each row should have 14 stitches. So you want to keep track of your stitches to make sure you didn't lose any along the way as you do each row, so your work doesn't become uneven. All right, so you're going to be doing this back and forth for as many rows as is around here. So you will count how many stitches you have in this final row, and that will determine how many rows you need to make with your white. Because when we're done, we're going to attach this on, and each row will be attached to one stitch, if that makes sense. Okay, so you're going to keep going until you have, like I said, as many rows around to match each row you build with this. Okay, so go ahead and finish your cuff in your second color, and then I will meet you and I'll show you how to attach. All right, so with my cuff completed, I'm just going to grab my stocking, and I want the seam to be at the back here, so I'll just line it up. Okay, so this is my working end. I guess I'll line it up right there, all the way around, just like so. All right, and just so it doesn't move around, I'll just use my stitch markers to hold it in place. So just take a stitch marker and tack it on right there, and right here. Okay, so now from this stitch right in the center up here, that's where I'm going to start working from. So I'm going to attach with so I'm going from my working end, go into the stitch, and I'm going to attach across with a slip stitch. So just like that. So I'll go in through the white, then through the red, pull the yarn through, pull through. So not a single crochet, just a slip stitch. And I'll just do that all the way around until the cuff is attached. So just like so. Hopefully I'm in the frame. Okay. Just like so, going through each stitch all the way around. Okay. And I'll continue this all the way around and back to the starting point. My last one will be attached right there. But keep going and I'll meet you at this point, and I'll show you how I'll close this part. All right, so I've made it back around to the starting point, and at this point I am just going to slip stitch into that first space right there, like so, to close. And now with the two ends, I'm going to be working down both ends to close it. So I will pick up the back loop on this first side, then pick up the front loop on the opposite side like so, and then slip stitch through both. And I will do that in each stitch until I get to the bottom. So just back loop on one side, front loop on the other side, hook the yarn, pull through. want to make sure they're lined up so they're even. So just like so. And slip stitch all the way to the bottom. Picking up just the front loop. Ooh. Oh, there you are. Okay, so you'll just continue this all the way to the bottom, and then I will meet you at that point. So keep going. Okay, so now that your stocking is finished, all you'd have to do is just pull up a loop and cut off your tail, weave in your ends, and you would need to add like a little strap inside so you can hang your stocking. You could use, I guess, your white thread or your red, and make a chain loop and attach it inside. Or for me, I'm just gonna use a piece of ribbon. So I'll cut this to the desired length that I want, fold it in two, and then I'll just sew it into the inside seam right here. And that would be what I'd use to hang it to my fireplace or wherever I decide to put it. Okay, it's totally up to you what option you want to go with, what option you want to use for hanging. You can just pretty much use what do you call those things? A command hook, and just hook it onto there and forget about the whole strap part of it. Totally up to you. Well, anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial and hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.